China's President Xi Jinping has arrived in Uzbekistan as part of his first trip abroad in nearly 3 years. China's leader started his 3-day visit to Central Asia in neighbouring Kazakhstan.
President Xi was greeted at the airport in the capital city of Nur-Sultan by his Kazakh counterpart and other senior officials. The Chinese leader praised relations between China and Kazakhstan. He said both countries are good neighbours, friends and partners. President Xi Jinping was awarded the Order of the Golden Eagle by his Kazakh counterpart. The two countries are marking 3 decades since they established diplomatic ties.
I spoke to political and economic affairs commentator Einar Tangen, who explained the significance of President Xi's visit to Kazakhstan.
Well, I mean, there's a couple of reasons. One, from an international level, Xi Jinping is concentrating on the areas that are welcoming to China and also very important. Kazakhstan is a key player in the Belt and Road Initiative. It also reflects this kind of regionalism. To the south, you have ASEAN, you have China working with the global south, whether it's Africa, South America, but it also wants to be very close to the stands. Obviously, Russia is nearby, and there seems to be this kind of chasm is beginning to widen between the northern developed countries and the global south, emerging and developing countries.
And the two countries share an enormous border, also another major player in the Belt and Road Initiative, very important for that initiative. Do you expect to see much in terms of trade in the economy on this trip?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when the Chinese go someplace, they don't show up empty-handed or with a framework. They tend to show up with a lot of very detailed proposals. I'm certain that there'll be signing of economic packages that are going to continue to boost the Belt and Road Initiative and to assure not only Kazakhstan, but also as he goes on to the other SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization, the other groups in there, that they are in fact dedicated to accomplishing the goals of anti-terrorism, anti-separation, battling kind of any kind of internal threats that are out there. Very, very different perhaps from NATO, which tends to look at external threats. This is really about internal ones.
And President Xi will move on to Uzbekistan and a reportedly very important meeting with Russia's President Vladimir Putin on the sidelines of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. What do you think we can expect to come out?
Well, I think you're going to see more reassurances on a country basis. I think the U.S. and Europe will be watching to see if there's any overt statement about supporting Russia in any kind of military capacity as it affects the Ukraine conflict. So in that respect, everyone will be watching, trying to read the tea leaves. I think you'll see Xi Jinping making it clear that the economic ties between Russia and China are in fact growing stronger and will continue to grow, but keeping somewhat of a distance as to the specific conflict, although echoing what has been said by Li Jianshu, who was in the neighborhood earlier, saying that every country has a right to be concerned about its security, especially around them.